we're in the meat of
All
it
our
now.
teams doing well. All our teams doing well.
Yes, sir.
My Celtics game 1. Very unfortunate. Took it now. James Harden decides to turn the clock back like 8 years to his Houston days. Hey, Celtics in 6 though. I don't really care, but we move.
But speaking of that series and speaking of the 76ers, Joel Embiid named the 2022-2023 NBA MVP. Owen, I want to ask you first because you're a fan of a team that had the runner-up of the award in Nikola Jokic. What do you think?
Congrats. I mean, I'm not here to hate. You know, I think there were numerous people that deserved it this year, but being a fan of Nikola Jokic, I do want to bring up that emerging story about how there was the one voter that did not even have Jokic in the top 5. Like, that's a little ridiculous.
That is. I concur. Yeah, I'm happy that they transitioned to the way of like where the voters have to have their name released with their ballots because I think it makes it like where this guy, for example, there's a light shined on him when he does something stupid like that. Like, because I think whether you think Jokic should have won MVP or not, we can all agree he was a top 3 candidate. And for him to be put at 5 just does not make sense. It's almost like
not even at 5.
Not watching.
He was not even a 5th place vote.
Right.
He was outside of the top 5 for this guy.
Excuse me. Who did he have? He had
I don't know.
Embiid,
but
Giannis.
I saw there was a couple 5th place votes for like people like John Morant and I think even Donovan Mitchell I saw.
John Morant after he missed a month of the season.
For real. That's just the crazy story about the MVP race so far.
No, I mean I agree. I thought it was one of the cases where there was no wrong answer, whether it was Jokic, whether it was Giannis, whether it was Embiid, whoever won it was deserving of the award. And for Embiid, he was completely dominant, 3rd best team in the NBA. I mean, he deserved it. Leading scorer in points per game. So cheers to him. I know he wanted this one very much, so congratulations,
sure
Mr.
did.
Embiid.
That's right. That is right.
All right. Yeah, my thoughts on Embiid winning MVP. First things first, man. Cameroon, stand up. The country of Cameroon, please stand up. Hey, we first African-born player to ever get NBA MVP. Let's get it. We are balling. The motherland's balling. Salute to my brother Embiid, man. Great year. Philly,
are you gonna stand up,
bro? I don't want to be too extra here, man. I don't want to be too extra.
First, Cameroon stand up and then he's sitting down.
Bro, like the crowd, whoever's watching this, like to stand up. Whoever's from Cameroon, please stand up. Like that. That's what I meant. I don't want, bro. It doesn't mean I should stand up, but I digress.
Leader of the pack has to lead by example.
All right. I digress. But yeah, top 3 in the Eastern Conference this year. I don't know the exact stats on my mind right now, but 30 plus points per game, 10, 11 rebounds per game too, averaging a double-double the whole year, being a leader for that team as well. Man, it's just salute. Great year. So
no doubt. Joel deserved this award. I am happy that I also think he took a step with his game this year. I think that in other years it may have been premature to give him the MVP. I know that he was battling 1 and 2 with Jokic, but I think that this year was like the year for him. I think it was a very well. 1, obviously, he shot very efficiently. 2, he became a much better playmaker, especially when he was getting double teamed in the post and in the low block. And then his defense, which I mean, I had been a critic of his defense, and maybe his stamina was playing a part of that. But this year, he didn't have any major injuries, and his defense was improved.
That's right. Well said.
Fair enough. Also, one more question, and this goes out to Owen right now. Owen, man, because of Jokic not getting MVP for the 3rd straight year, What? How do you feel about fellow Nuggets fans like being, saying that, oh yeah, man, that was a pity award. Adam Silver in the NBA, there was like, man, yo, Embiid, bro, take this, man, so you just stop complaining. How do you feel about that whole situation?
I mean, it's not to say that he didn't deserve it, right? I don't. I mean, there's obviously be some people that say that, but I think it's more coming from a thing of obviously there's going to be a little bit of salty Nuggets fans. They're like, oh, Jokic should have won it, no questions asked, right? But I mean, there was definitely a little bit that Embiid was doing to try to help his case off the floor. I don't think anyone's denying that. But the people who are still here a day after complaining about it, just grow up, man. It's happened. It's in the past. We can just look to next season. Maybe Jokic wins the next season. Maybe some new talent comes out and wins it. We congratulate them then too.
I wanna do this right now. We'll obviously probably do a award and record or champion prediction before the season starts. But as of right now, with your way too early 2024 MVP, who are you predicting? Either of you.
Well, that's a tough one.
Damn,
That's like the hardest ask right now.
who would take the?
Dude, how you gonna throw us on us right now with that? That's
Okay,
tough.
okay. I'll answer mine. I'll give my answer, and I'll give you guys some
give your
time
answer
to think.
first.
My answer is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis finished third this season in MVP voting, and then he had a disappointing playoff run to say the least. I know he said it wasn't a failure, and I actually like the quote. To be honest with you guys, I thought it was well said. I thought it's something that you don't hear often, but should be said more. But I think that Giannis is going to seek a vengeance. We know that Giannis is the type of guy to where he feels like he let himself down, where he feels he dropped his standard, where his play wasn't as good as we know. He usually comes and performs like in the finals in 2021 when he shot horrible from the free throw line, and then in the game 6 that they won, he was what was it 17 for 17 or 18 for 18. So I think Giannis will get back in the lab. I think the Milwaukee Bucks will be a 1 seed or a top 3 seed at the minimum for sure. So I take Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's a respectable pick.
I think going
Now,
Giannis too.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Going Giannis too.
I'm gonna kind of steer away from the trend, but also stay with the trend. I know a lot of people were saying Luka Doncic last season would win it this season, right? And I'm gonna actually fall back on that again. I'm gonna think Luka is gonna win it. I know the Mavs organization said that they're going to be making a lot of offseason changes, and I think there's a good chance they come back strong. Luka comes back hungry, and he plays well enough to get the MVP.
Oh, and that's a bold pick. That's a bold pick.
It is for sure.
Because everything weighs on the offseason. Because if they have a great offseason, then you look like a genius. But
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's my pick.
Yeah, but if they have a bad offseason,
oh, for sure,
then
for sure.
you can't lose because we're doing this before the 2023 season is even over.
Of course.
So I mean, it's not
That's
bad.
That's why it's a super early prediction. It doesn't really hold any weight whether you're wrong or right. I mean, if you're right, obviously you have a little bit of bragging rights, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
All right, man. Shoot, fair enough, man. Fair enough.